Most people try to fix their sleep by going to bed earlier. They fail over and over again. That's because bedtime is not what controls your sleep. Wake-up time does. And once you understand why, sleep stops feeling complicated. In the last video, I explained how sleep affects your hormones, phase, and discipline, but none of that works unless your body knows when to sleep. The timing of sleep is controlled by something called the circadian rhythm. Today I'll explain what it is, how it works, and why waking up at the same time is the most important sleep habit you need to build today. Your circadian rhythm is your body's 24-hour internal clock. It exists in a part of the brain called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, but that doesn't really matter. What really matters is what this circadian clock controls. First of all, the circadian clock controls when your hormones are released. It also controls how your body temperature is regulated. But what is most important today is how the circadian rhythm controls how alert you feel and how sleepy you feel. This clock decides whether you feel awake or tired, and it doesn't respond to motivation. The only thing it responds to are external and internal signals. The strongest signal the circadian rhythm responds to is light, and especially light in the morning. When light hits your eyes in the morning, cortisol rises, body temperature increases, melatonin shuts off, and your internal clock sets the time of the day. And this timing determines when you feel sleepy at night, when you feel awake, how deep your sleep will be the next night, and when your hormones are released. And this is why wake-up time is more important than bedtime, and waking up at a consistent time anchors this entire system. Here's the mistake that most people make. They try to force their sleep. They go to bed earlier and they lie there and just wait. They scroll, they wait, and nothing happens. But because sleep is not something you can command. Sleep happens when your melatonin has risen, your body temperature has dropped, and when your circadian rhythm says that it's nighttime. If your wake-up time is inconsistent, that internal clock shifts every single day. So even if you go to bed early, your body may not be ready to fall asleep in that moment. And that is exactly why people say, "I'm tired, but I just cannot fall asleep." This is because their own internal clock is misaligned. There is one more process that is working alongside with your circadian rhythm, and that is sleep pressure. And it's when your brain releases adenosine in your body, which happens after you've stayed up for a long time. The longer you're awake, the more sleep pressure builds. And when you wake up at the same time every day, this pressure becomes consistent. Sleep pressure will become predictable, and your body expects to sleep at a similar time each night. When your wake-up time is random, your sleep pressure becomes chaotic. Falling asleep becomes harder, and your sleep quality will drop. Consistency is what aligns both of these systems. That is why this one habit fixes so much. Most people decide to destroy this rhythm during the weekend. They sleep in, stay up later, and shift their clock by hours. This is something called social jet lag, and your body experiences social jet lag the way it experiences normal jet lag. Your hormone becomes irregular, your sleep quality drops, and your Mondays will feel terrible. If you want stable sleep, weekends must become similar to weekdays, not completely, but just very close. Here is the number one rule I can give you. Pick a wake-up time, whether that is 6 a.m., 7 a.m., or 8 a.m. Wake up at that time every single day, even on weekends. And if you do this for around 7 to 14 days, falling asleep becomes a lot easier. Your sleep quality will improve, your energy will stabilize, and discipline becomes easier. Your bedtime will also naturally follow. Once your wake-up time is fixed, the next thing you need to focus on is light exposure, and especially in the first and last hours of the day. In the next video, I will explain how light controls melatonin and how screens quietly destroy your sleep quality, especially if you don't manage them correctly.